Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Generation Tech. My name is Ben. Now, I was at the airport recently and a US Customs and Border Protection agent got chatting with me about Star Wars, and he was complaining that why were they making a standalone Han Solo movie? A standalone Yoda movie would be much better. And we got into talking about Yoda and how he is a member of a mysterious species. He's actually the only one of his kind in the original Star Wars trilogy. StarWars.com lists his species as unknown. To me, Yoda's species looks like what would happen if these midget guys from Harry Potter and the green chick that Captain Kirk sleeps with in the 2009 Star Trek movie had a baby together. Yeah, I know, I should be more respectful towards Yoda. He is a Jedi Master after all. But George Lucas himself did actually say that Yoda was the child of Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. So anyway, what do we know about Yoda's species? Well, Yoda is actually one of only 2 examples of his species in Star Wars canon. The other was Yaddle, a female who was a Jedi Master and sat on the Jedi Council around the time of the Phantom Menace. So from this we know that his species had 2 sexes. They are about just over 2 feet or 0.7 meters high. They had claws and their sharp teeth suggest that they are carnivorous, although Yoda seemed to eat whatever was laying around.
Put that down. Now Hey! It's my dinner!
The homeworld of Yoda's species is unknown, but we do know that they lived for hundreds of years. Yoda and Yaddle may have lived longer than average members of the species due to their use of the Force. Now let's look at some information from Legends. In Legends, there are considerably more members of Yoda's species, which still remains unnamed. Vandar Tarkir was a Jedi on the Jedi Council of Dantooine during the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War about 4,000 years before the Battle of Yavin. He oversaw the training of Revan after he'd been redeemed and instructed him to track down and destroy the Starforge. Oteg is another example of a male of Yoda's species in Legends who is a Jedi Master and served as a fleet admiral during the Great Galactic War and Cold War. He was masterful in space combat during the fight with the resurgent Sith Empire. He lured the Sith Imperial ships into a nebula and then detonated gases in the nebula to destroy their fleet. After the Treaty of Coruscant, Oteg returned to Republic space and was honored for his actions by being appointed to the Jedi High Council. Another member of Yoda's species is Minch, who was a member of the Jedi Council 700 years before the Battle of Yavin. He was tasked with suppressing a rebellion by several Dark Jedi, and he went against orders and tracked one Dark Jedi to Dagobah, where he fought and killed him in a cave. This cave came to carry a strong dark side energy and played mind games with whoever entered it. And yes, that is the same cave that Luke enters on Dagobah in The Empire Strikes Back.
That place is strong, with the dark side of the Force. A domain of evil it is. And you must go.
What's in there?
Only what you take with you.
Now for some behind-the-scenes stuff. George Lucas intentionally kept the name and origin of Yoda's species secret. Perhaps he didn't even think up an origin. Lucasfilm actually cancelled an entire set of trading cards because one card depicted a group of Yoda species worshipping a statue with what looked like Yoda leading them in prayer. Some fans suspected that Yoda's species was part of the ancient Order of Wills, a group of beings with a deep connection to the Force, but George Lucas dismissed this in an interview. Whatever the origin of the species, they all have one thing in common. They all speak with messed up grammar. Fans will probably find out about Yoda's species in the future. The Hollywood Reporter commented in an article about a possible Obi-Wan movie that a Yoda movie is also being considered. Here's that quote. A Han Solo movie is now in the final stages of shooting under new director Ron Howard, and Lucasfilm is also considering picks centering on Yoda and bounty hunter Boba Fett among other characters. So it is possible that in the next few years we will find out more about Yoda's species and possibly even see a standalone Yoda movie, and that friendly Customs and Border Protection officer will get his fix. So guys, let me know what you think about the idea of a Yoda movie and Yoda species in the comments below. As always, please subscribe if you are new, give this video a like, and if you're watching this, you are Generation Tech.